Hello everybody, PC Wizard here, and today I am going to be showing you how I built my mushroom farm. I had recorded this yesterday, actually recorded the actual building of it, but it ended up way too long and it didn't flow well, so I'm going to rebuild it just over in another corner over here and show you how I got it all set up and the redstone and everything else with it. It's nothing fancy, nothing overly special. It's a design I like. Thought I'd share it with you. Maybe you like it too. So we're going to start back here. We're going to have the very back wall over here. We're going to leave for the redstone to go up, which will be back here, and then we're going to have your pistons will be on here, and you're going to have a water drop. So you're looking at 3 blocks out from the wall, and what I want to do is I like the size I have for this one with 4 wide in the middle. You can go narrower, you can go wider, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna give it amount of time for the mushrooms to spread and grow and everything like that, which I've been having really bad luck with any of these spreading at all, and so I don't know what's going on with it. Mushrooms can grow in any light level 12 or lower, and that's not an issue in there. So I'm not sure what's going on with it. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. So I'm going to have a row of 4 spots for mushrooms to grow on, which you put really any material down for them to grow on. I just like to have it look different. I'd really like to find a mushroom biome, but I haven't had any luck with that yet. So I'm going to do 2 4x4, 2 4 wide sections. And need to come out, I believe it's going to be 6. So this is again 3 wide, or 3 deep, and 9, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 wide total. At this point, we're actually going to end up, you can make it wider if you want to cover up the torches and stuff like that. I kind of like the holes for it, kind of breaks up the look a little bit. So we're going to have 6 deep here, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And all I use for this is a water drop, dropping down 1 block and then flowing forward to wash any mushrooms off of these grow pads. And then there is a raised platform that the source mushrooms will be on. So that way they don't get washed away with the rest of the mushrooms when you flip the switch, turn it on, clear out whatever may be in there for you. So right back here is where our pistons and the water is going to go. So we're going to have 1 block back from your grow pad. We're going to put a row of pistons. Do this on each side. No, not there. Right back here. And we need to fill this row in behind them because the redstone has to sit on there in order to trigger the pistons. So the redstone is going to go right up here. Just fill this whole line in. And then I'm going to bring it around the side because I want a lever on the front to trigger it. Here, and I know by the size of this that I'm going to need a repeater in here to carry the signal all the way back, so that should be enough to do it. not really critical where that repeater goes. Now, in the front, I'm also going to want to have a washout channel that's going to push everything into the very center for me here. Which I have it built in the other mushroom farm, I just don't have the water sitting in it at the moment. And so that is going to go actually where this block is. So I'm going to have like this. I'm going to bring this right over to the center. Oh, not into the center because that's where we want the water to come out. And again, not there. It'll be one over. So water's got to go here. Okay, let me check. Let me just check. I tend to get derpy on this stuff sometimes. Okay. Yeah, the water goes right where the grow channel is, the source channel. So that's going to be right there. And we're going to put this just like that. Now again, this is the grow pad is 4 wide, so you got the center, and then when we put this here, it's going to come out one spot on in the center, right there. So it's up to you. You can, if you want to build pistons in here and have that water turn on and off, or a dispenser or whatever, you can do that. I don't bother with it. I just let this part run all the time because it doesn't affect the rest of the growing pads. But we will get that out of here for sound consideration and because I don't need to be stepping on it. So here is going to be the actual outside wall of the building. And then we'll run the redstone right around the front. Down there, we don't need it down there. And we'll toss a lever on here and this should, there it goes. So now these are all pushed out. And what we can do now is put the water up there. So we're going to have another row of block. And we need a row of blocks in front of this. Okay, so we're going to have, well, it's getting dark here, sorry about that. Let's get this lit up a little bit. So we've got a channel of 4 wide for the water on each side, so we're going to go ahead and fill this. Make a little infinite water source right there so we can easily transfer it over. Alright, there we go. So now, when we switch, we'll let the water out, and I want to shoot. Okay, as this happens, I miscounted. So I'm going to move this wall out 1 space, and there we go. So this needs to be 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70. There we go. So now, when we let the water come out, it won't flood my entire house. Which is really sad because I did the exact same thing yesterday when I started recording all this. So now you see the water comes right to the very edge. so then when you get this put on, it will flow off the pad into the water channel and out to the very front. Let's grab this water out. Alright, so again we've got 4 wide. You can make it as wide as you want. The wider it is, the longer it takes, and more options there are for the mushroom to fill it in. And then 7 deep from the block before the waterfall. And now one of the advantages to this design is we can actually go up a level with it. Don't want to put that here. What needs to happen is I need to look at lighting. This needs to come out because we want the mushrooms will grow at light level 11 and or 12 and lower. But mobs will spawn at anything at 7 or below. So we want to try and keep the mobs out of this if we can. So what we're going to do is add some specific lighting inside. And with this torch here, this block that the torch is in is considered the light source, and that makes that a light level of 14. So if you come down diagonally, that makes this block right here will actually be light level 12. So we will be able to plant mushrooms on there and they will grow. You can't plant mushrooms here because that's a light level 13. It's not letting me. So with this design, we have mushrooms all the way down this whole block because this isn't going to be there. This is going to be on the outside. And we'll be able to do the same thing here. And then this is the outside wall. So we're going to pull this up a little ways. And I apologize, guys. I'm not the best YouTuber by far. I've really just started doing this, so I know it's pretty rough. But I'm trying. I'm working on it. So you're going to have mushrooms down on this level here, which means we can have a torch up on this level, and it's going to be fine. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And we can actually place a block right above the redstone like that. And again, kind of not necessarily in the middle. We maybe want to come up this way a little bit. Put a torch there. Because you don't need it back that far because we're going to put one actually up in the front. So let's come back a little ways. So like 3 blocks from the back. So we've got the one back here. We've got one over on the side here. One on the opposite side. And then we're going to go up where this channel is. We can go up there too. And right there, take that one out. No, right there. And then we'll also go on the very front. I'm going to make like a doorway here. And that's in the wrong spot. And then so we want to plant mushrooms here, so we need to come up one more and we can put a torch there. Okay, so that should now allow our light level to all be greater than 7. So if we look here, we get 9s and 10s. In the center, 9s and 10s, a couple 8s. So see, that should work fine. This should theoretically keep mobs out. I did get a zombie spawn in my other mushroom farm. I don't know for the life of me where he came from. I did flush him out rather than go up and see what level he was on. So I'm going to have to keep my eye out and see if I get another one in there. And if so, hunt down that block and fix it. Alright, so that is one level. The beauty of this design is we can easily take it multiple levels up. And so let's do that now. I'm going to put framework in for the next level. Come over here. Put a wall in. Again, we want to leave these torches. And it's up to you if you want to, again, if you want to cover them up, leave them exposed. I do apologize if this is very dark. I realize that I'm using the nether brick, which is very dark and probably not very conducive to what I'm trying to do here. But I just really like the way nether brick looks. Let me work on getting the basics down for this, and then we'll continue on. I'll show you how to incorporate the next level. Okay, so I got one side set up, ready to add the water and get the redstone hooked up, and we'll just show you now. Just on this side, you're going to repeat the same pattern. So right here you got this nether brick wall, and that's actually holding our water in. Oh, up above that can be a growth platform. So we can start here and then come out to our very edge. So total of 7 blocks. Once again, you can use pretty much any block you want. It can't grow on glass and stuff like that, but any sort of dirt or brick, it will. Mushrooms will grow onto. And so that's, again, this is going to be our growth, or I'm sorry, our source blocks, our source mushrooms. Excuse me, and our outside wall. So now in here we need to build our water source, and we want the water is going to fall onto this row of bricks. So one row behind that will be our pistons. When they're extended, they will hold the water back. And then we need to wall in the water so it doesn't flow all over the place when we don't want it to. Go ahead and give me that. Just like that. Close that in. Alright, so again, we'll fill the top with water on both sides. Source mushrooms, grow pad. The only thing we need to do different is to get the redstone up here. So we're going to put our row of blocks directly behind the pistons with the redstone on top of it, because we need to power the block, to power the piston. And then when we get over here, we need to come up vertically. So what we want to do is actually take this redstone out, and we're going to put a block here with a redstone torch on it. Excuse me. Now, from there, so what's going on here is we've got power coming in here. The redstone is powering this block here, which powers this redstone torch, which of course it inverts the power. So if this is powered, it turns off the redstone torch. So what we've done is basically just reversed our circuit. So now we just need to pop the switch the other direction to close everything off. And now you'll see over here that our redstone torch is lit because this is no longer powered on. So now I just need to get back up top. Over here. So now what we need to do is come vertically with our redstone. So we're going to put a block on top of that, which now that redstone torch is powering that block, which is going to shut that one off. Yes, this is correct. And then we're going to have another block on top of that one. I need another redstone torch. And we'll bring a torch off the side of this. So now when we flip the switch, this redstone will come on, which will power this block, which will turn this redstone off. And we'll now extend our line of redstone all the way to this torch, and the pistons come out. We create our water. Both sides. And there you have it. From there we can add the torches like we have over here, which was the same thing we did down below. We'll add the torches on this side over here, put a roof on it. You probably won't need a torch in the front here because this one is actually going to radiate light up here. So that's going to take care of it in here. We're going to need a torch back here again to light up this internal section. So this, you put your roof on like so. You're going to want to leave that torch in there. Again, we put mushrooms on all these, all the way down, come all the way to the front with them. Both sides. Fill all these spots in, and they will, even if you don't have enough mushrooms to fill the source, they will spread over time and fill it up. And then we will, of course, brick all this in, fill it up, and now when we turn that on, completely washes both tiers. Oh, and look at that, I actually grew some mushrooms up there. And then we will add, oh, I forgot to refill my buckets. Let's quickly grab the buckets. Alright, refill those. And so we had some mushrooms grow, like so. Normally we're going to have, put this water channel in here and like I said before, I just leave this channel. I don't mind the water coming out. You can put a door in here or something if you want to stop the water if you feel it's necessary. Or you can, by all means, you can wire it up with redstone, turn it on and off as well. So now when we turn that on, it's going to wash off both tiers. And in a minute, our mushrooms are going to wash off to the very front. And so you can see just by standing near it, you're going to come up. And that's all there is. So I hope somebody found this useful. If you need more detailed instructions, I'm glad to help. You know, you can do a step-by-step build if you need to. And if I do that, I will not do it in the nether brick. I'll use regular stone brick, so it's a little bit brighter and easier to tolerate. So, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.